Greetings, fellow noobs, and welcome to another ProCast. We are doing another ProCast, and here we have Strelok from Team Mouse, a 3100 level Masters player. And apparently this is a ladder game, and one of these guys is streaming. And, well, one of these guys, we've introduced Strelok. Let me introduce NuubCast, spawning as Zerg. NuubCast is a 4000 level random player on the European ladder. Strelok also plays on the European ladder, and he plays, NuubCast does play random. His team name is Against All Authority. I have not seen a whole lot of either of these guys play. I know that they are both strong, and obviously they're very high-level Masters players. And I haven't seen. I have seen Strelok do well in some tournaments. I haven't seen NuubCast get too deep in any live events. And I believe, again, this is a ladder game between the two. Again, as you might expect, when you're high-level Masters, you're just going to play other high-level Masters players. So you're going to be playing against some of the best players on the ladder. So hopefully we'll have a good matchup here as NuubCast gets the 14 hatch. Very standard for Zerg players, particularly on this map, followed immediately by a 14 pool. Perhaps that was a 15 hatch 14 pool, but he's already got another drone out, so it could have been 14-14. We see Strelok getting the what's referred to often as the Maka racks, dropping the barracks on the low ground. It does cut off the amount of time it takes for your Marines to get to your opponent's base if you're going to do some early pressure, and we often do see early pressure from this kind of a build. You'll get another barracks up here, which I expect to see just as soon as there is money, and there it goes immediately. And NuubCast sending out 4 drones to start mining. Very impeccable timing. As soon as the hatchery pops, he has drones on the scene to mine. I imagine the same thing happened when that extractor popped. There was immediately drones in there to mine. Now here comes the early marine pressure by Strelok, sending it out, checking the towers. He saw that drone earlier, I believe, and he's going to try and chase it down. Is there an SCV? His scouting SCV is now waiting for these Marines to catch. Perhaps we're going to see an early some kind of early barracks or marine pressure. The spine crawler is down for NuubCast, but his lings are going to take care of that SCV very quickly. And it looks like any immediate threat of pressure died with that SCV. More Marines coming to the Zelnaga tower. Drone here with half-life trying to escape. This Marine may be finishing him off. Just out of reach from Strelok's Marine. Is he going to get him? He's going to chase him down, but drones do move slightly faster than Marines, so he is likely to get away, though there is a Hellion now on the field. Looks like we're going to see a 1-1-1 build from Strelok now. Destiny Cloud Fist for anyone else. Oh, looks not going straight into Starport, but we are getting the early expansion from Strelok. How did he scout? I wonder if he scouted that. No, he didn't. I thought maybe he was coming over to kill that Overlord, but nope, just going to come and scout. Perhaps look for some sneaky expansions from NuubCast. Speed, Zealot speed. Zergling speed is just about finished. The Hellion in here going to do a little bit of damage. Going to try and fricassee some drones, but nope, not going to get any kills. Going to die a quick and unproductive death. And the Marines are going to return home and try and push out that scouting Overlord. Now we have the command center moving out. getting ready to do an SEV transfer. You see the swap here between the factory here and the barracks that used to be on the low ground, so that he could double pump out those racks. Are we going to see? Well, I guess we're not going to see the blue flame Hellions, so there's not going to be a lot of harass in that regard, but there is quite a few Hellions going to come out to do some more harassment. And again, the immediate switch, perhaps we will see some blue flame if he puts a tech lab on that factory, which may well happen. We do have Stim going down, another Queen coming out for NuubCast, Layer Tech, and Root. And NuubCast doing his best to get the creep flowing, to get the goop gooping, and his Queen doing a little dance. She's got ants in her pants, dropping some, getting a fry out on that creep tumor, trying to fry up some Queens who are out here trying to prevent that kind of damage. But there are so many Hellions here. We have got 6 Hellions here. That is a lot of Hellions, although if the Queens all stayed together, they would likely be able to combat those. A little late. There's the injection by NuubCast. Getting these Queens all together is going to make it difficult to stay on top of those injections. As you can see, he still is late. There's the injection again. Late on his injection there, trying to maintain some vigilance with knowing these Hellions are sitting right outside of his base. But here comes some more. Looks like he did send out some Lings to peek down at Strelok's base, but there was too many units for him to get in and get any kind of vision down there. And now here come the rest of these Marines and Marauders to join these Hellions. And this looks like NuubCast could be in a little bit of trouble. He does have some roaches out. He has some mutas en route as well. Looks like Baneling Nest is almost complete. This is actually a pretty good timing for Strelok to get in here and do some damage before those mutas are out and before that Baneling Nest is finished. These Hellions totally roasting all of those Zerglings. Second Spine coming out. Is it going to get burrowed before? Transfusion out on the Spine Crawler doing its job, and there is enough defense to push away this early infantry pressure by Strelok. Now these Spines are going to move out further to the edge of the creep, and the Roaches and Lings are going to join them out there. Not a wise decision for the Lings to take the lead on that, running right into some Hellion fire. And now this drone looking perhaps, nope, not going to take down those, did not get a chance to take down those rocks. It's going to be too much for Strelok here. I think with the Queens and the Roaches and the Lings coming out, having stemmed, no, he's going to push in. He's going to push in where the mutas, the mutas are back here in Strelok's base doing all kinds of damage. I knew he had them out in the field, was wondering where they were, and he is able to do his own damage here. Lots of economic damage being done for both players. It looks as though NuubCast was able to clean up the pressure out here from the Hellions, getting another hatchery in his main, and with Strelok now using all his Marines to try and combat these Mutalisks. Lots of stems. Not sure what that scan was good for in that particular instance. But Muta's doing all sorts of damage. Turrets up now for Strelok, pushing those Mutas out, and they're going to go back home. But now we have a big push. Lings and Banelings. They're going to go and break down these rocks. Drone is going to expand here at the western base, the natural of the western base, and it looks as though Strelok does still have a bit of a lead economically, but NuubCast did quite a bit to catch up. Let's look at the army here, very, very close. And here comes quite a Terran army moving out for Strelok. Mostly Marines, a couple of tanks. There is siege tech complete already. And more Muta-harass I hear going down the base, looking to take down that reactor from that barracks. Few Marines coming out. Not going to be enough to turn away these Mutalisks. They are going to be able to take out the reactor just as it finishes. Not quick enough to cancel Strelok. But Strelok taking his third at the gold, and so is aAaNerchio, but he's also, again, taking this fourth base over here at the western base, and quite a few Zerglings, several Banelings, and these Mutas that have been trying to get a lot of harassment done here. They're going to have to try and keep Strelok from taking this third gold base. However, aAaNerchio will still have an advantage if he's able to get these bases saturated quickly enough. aAaNerchio coming in is going to snipe these tanks. Very good job. Oh, didn't quite get the second tank, so close. Strelok's going to have to bring an SCV out to repair if he wants to keep that one. One more hit from these Mutas will take it out. There is Planetary Fortress being put up here at the gold. Lots of Mutas circling around, more Mutas being made, more Zerglings being made. We have an infestation pit going down. Whether he's going to use that just to go to hive tech, or if he's actually going to get some infestor play here, has yet to be seen. I'm wondering, with the composition that we have here, mostly bio for Strelok with some tanks mixed in, versus this basically Mutaling Bling for aAaNerchio. It seems like the composition, if macroed well, is going to favor aAaNerchio, only because of the number of the Marines and the small number of tanks. Though more tanks are being made by Strelok, being produced. More and more Banelings being produced by aAaNerchio, more and more Mutalisks on the field. He's getting up to a kind of a critical mass of Mutalisks. They're going to be able to very close to one-shotting these tanks, if not two shots. Another command center going down, going to be looking perhaps to go and take that island base. But these Mutalisks taking down one of these medevacs, lots of Marines on the field. They're going to be able to deal with the Mutas, but once it gets into this mass of units over here, Strelok is going to have to rely on microing his Marines to get away from those Banelings, which I know he's very capable of doing. If my understanding is correct, his Marine micro is very good, but it just doesn't look like it's that close. Yeah, we are seeing aAaNerchio start to take quite an advantage over Strelok as we look and see this 4 bases to 3. We see a drop over here by Strelok. Not seeing it. There it is now. But we also see, even though with this drop, we see a huge battle going on here. And these Banelings able to take out all the infantry, all the tanks, everything gone. aAaNerchio taking a huge, huge advantage. Able to do all sorts of damage. These Marines are not going to stand a chance against these Mutas, and these Lings are just going to come in. They're going to be dead. Banelings, probably even a waste to use the Banelings in that situation. And I think there was more action that we missed. aAaNerchio coming in, cleaning up all these Marines, and now I think that is going to, it's going to be just a matter of time at this point. So many Lings getting us around on all these units. Mutas coming in, cleaning things up. Banelings finishing the job, and now Marines out, ready to push these guys back. Is just enough to push them off, but as you know, Zerg is going to re-up that army very quickly. And Strelok is going to have to... oh, look at all of those mules. Very good idea. Getting the missile turrets down immediately. Planetary Fortress coming up. SCVs coming in. Muta's right here to begin harassment. Going to try and kill this turret before it's finished. It does get up, and they're trying to repair it, but not successful. Muta's now being able to stay just out of range of the turrets and able to do damage to this planetary fortress, but Strelok is going to be able to repair this, and it looks like we have another big force moving out for Strelok in the middle of the map, and the Mutas are being pushed away by those turrets. Now we see a small band of Marines able to move in here, doing lots of damage. I thought I saw some green up there. aAANerchio reacting immediately, bringing all of his forces over for 4 Marines, and takes down that medevac. But now we have this huge force here, and here mouzStrelok drops up a medevac full of Marines going to come into aAANerchio's main and just go crazy. But it's only going to kill one. It's going to go crazy and kill one measly drone. But we have a huge interaction going on here in the middle of the map. We have siege tanks going on. Vikings against the Broodlord. Zerglings coming in, going to cause massive splash damage on these tanks, killing themselves, getting killed by the Zerglings. But now we have more damage going on. Stim Marines in the back of aAANerchio's expansion, nearly mined out, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. But these Banelings are going to take care of it. And there goes the medevac. But now, if we look at the army tab, Strelok now seems to have a significant advantage now. Almost 40 food here. Actually, it is 40 food, which is very surprising considering it's 4 bases for Strelok against 1, 2, 3, 4, working on 5 now for aAANerchio. But still, Marines harassing over here by Strelok, trying to get more and more damage done, just dropping 1 Marine at a time, healing it, killing drones, picking them back up when the Zerglings come by. Not going to be able to pick up that one. But here come the Mutas. They're going to take out that medevac and kill off these Marines very quickly. Going to try and look around and see if there's any more of this kind of harassment going on. It's actually kind of hard to see when you're green and you're not on the creep. Yep, here it is. More drops being done by Strelok, and then once again another big engagement in the middle of the map. Vikings taking down overlords with aplomb. And now moving in, killing off all kinds of Marines, killing off tanks, fungal growth on the tanks and the Marines, infested Marines, and what? What? aAANerchio leaves the game. What did I miss? How is this possible? How is this possible? It appeared to me that aAANerchio had control most of that game. What in the world happened? What in the world? And he beat everything here, and did he lose all of his drones or something? Oh, so frustrating. Maybe he lost that. Ugh, I'm confused. But that's it, baby. That's your game. Strelok wins. Congrats. And for all you noobs out there, keep climbing that ladder. Well, Strelok, aAANerchio can't climb the ladder. He's number 1 in his Masters League. He's at the top, literally. Cannot climb the ladder anymore. And Strelok not far behind, 8th in his Masters League. Congratulations, Strelok. And thanks for watching, guys. Keep climbing that ladder.